Hey YouTube, how you doing today? Mark here. Again, another video using my friend's V-Star 650. Now what we got going on today, it's going to be a little more involved than that backrest was. That backrest was easy just like that. Today though, I'm putting on a windshield. Okay, I got it sitting right over here actually. I tell you, my friend, he's an expert at trying to find deals on stuff, and he's always looking at like Craigslist and the marketplace and on Facebook, you know, just other places like that, just to see what he can find to use for his bike. So he found this, and let me show you. Yeah, I know it's kind of dark in here. I don't have the lights on in the garage, so just deal with it at this time, okay guys? So yeah, my friend bought this beautiful windshield, you know, for his bike. But the problem was that did not come off of a V-Star 650. That came off of a, I want to say it was a 2007, like 1700 or something like that. But we should be able to make it work. The only problem is that when I got the windshield, you know, I made the deal for my friend Dell. I went and picked it up for 45 bucks. Can you believe that? I told you, this guy's good at finding stuff. But when I picked it up, I said, do you have any of the mounting hardware? He goes, no, it's just the windshield. He said it didn't have mounting hardware. It's possible, you know, that 1700 could have had, you know, a bracket already in place to hold the windshield. I know when I put my windshield on my my Vulcan, yeah, it was easy peasy. Just took out 2 bolts, put in 2 bolts, and you were done. But, you know, so that's on a bigger touring bike. Alright, well, I went and I got the windshield and I kind of put it in place on the bike, and of course there's nothing that lines up with it. You know, I'll show you here. So as you can see, there's no brackets, no bolt holes, no nothing to really hold on to a windscreen or a windshield. So that means that I have to go out and buy the brackets for a V-Star 650, which isn't really all that hard. They have them out there, but it's just trying to find one at a decent price. But I did eventually find some. And these are the brackets that you get. This isn't all that comes for the bracket. There's supposed to be a piece of metal that goes from these holes on the bottoms, and it spans across them, and then it anchors to, I think, the bottom of the headlight mount. And these brackets didn't have that. So I had to figure out how to secure the bottom so, you know, when you're driving along, all of a sudden they don't bend up like that. I mean, the bolts that go up here are going to hold it pretty strong, but still you need something else. There's a lot of force hitting that windscreen. Also, when I got these, it did not have all the bolts for these holes. They already have nuts welded onto these. But yeah, when you put your bolt in there, there's already a threaded section, so I didn't have to buy a separate nut to put on. So that kind of helped out a bit. The only thing that they did give me was this one bolt and washer that was original to that mounting bracket. So I got that for $20. Okay, so right now his windshield is up to 65 bucks. But like I said, that bar that comes off of the bottom and goes across, connects to the headlight bracket, and the other side wasn't with this. So I've been doing searches on eBay and you know, other places like that, just trying to find that bar. I finally found one for 40 bucks. It's like, no, I'm not paying 40 bucks for one little bar. You know, it's like, I'm going to figure out something else. So, you know, I've held it in place up to the bike, and I'm like, God, what can I do? What can I do? You know, that fork is pretty big. You know, it's probably about that big around. And all of a sudden it hit me. I can use a U-bolt. So I went and got a 3-inch U-bolt. So now what I can do is I can put this around the fork. This will slide in through the hole, so it's mounted there, and this will anchor the bottom of the bracket to the forks of the triple tree. So yeah, I think that works out really well. I'm happy with it, and these are only like $2 a piece. I had to buy two of them. Technically they were like $2.50 a piece. So that was $5 for two of these, $20 for the mounting brackets, $45 for the windshield. I had to buy the other nuts and bolts for mounting the windshield, and that was $10. Okay, we're gonna pull out bolts on the triple tree to clamp the forks in place, but you need longer bolts to accommodate for the thickness of this right here. So that's about a 1/2 inch thick. So you need a bolt that's a 1/2 inch longer. So I took one bolt out. I went to the hardware store, found the exact same bolt in stainless. I don't want this to rust, so get stainless steel, spend the money, and do it right. Of course, you need one for each side, so I got two. And then I went and got stainless bolts for the rest of the mounting areas on the bracket. I kind of wish I only got 3 because it came with this one, and I'm wishing that I would have gotten a 4th one and just gotten rid of this. Basically because, well, it's a different size than the head on this one. That's the only reason. I think I'm using a, what is it? I think this is a 13 millimeter, and this is an 11 or something like that. Anyway. So anyway, I got everything, and now we can just put it on the bike. So let's get to it. All right, the only one that we're going to take out of the bike is this bolt right here. It's at the top of the triple tree. And don't worry, your fork's not going to slide out because you have another bolt down here that holds it in. This is a 6 mil Allen key. And that's the bolt we took out. And that's the bolt we're replacing it with. You see how much longer that is? It's about a 1/2 inch longer. I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of got this raised area here, and it's actually going to recess back into that. So you put it on there and you kind of push it back just a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of start the threads right now. It's still very loose because I want to try to get my U-bolt around the fork. Let's see how it gets on with that. All right, let me just put the bracket on. You put that nut on. I know this doesn't look all that great because you're going to have these big bolts sticking out, but hey, at least it's going to secure the bottom of the bracket. So that's all. That's all we really care about. All right, so now I can go ahead and tighten up this one. And this is supposed to be tightened at 80 foot-pounds. And that's 80 foot-pounds to me. But yeah, look at that. Look how sturdy that is. I mean, that's awesome. And I haven't even tightened these up yet. They're still just finger tight. So yeah, that's awesome. I like that. Now we just need to do the other side. Okay, so there's my bracket all in place. Got my top mounting bolt here and the support bolt, or the U-bolt down here for the lower section. Like I said, I still have to tighten this up. But yeah, I mean, that's solid. Once I get that tightened up, it will be solid. All right, let's get the windshield on. Okay, well, I did get the windshield on, but let me show you this. This is what I had to do. All right, so you can see that these are the areas where the bolts have to go through. and I can get the holes to line up so I can get my bolts in. But in order for me to get the bolts in there, if you look down here, this is the light bar right here. Okay, the blinker comes down here. I got the auxiliary light up here, and this is a bar that holds all that in. I actually had to notch around that, so I actually had to cut the plexiglass windshield to get those holes to line up. So yeah, just that little bit of finagling, you know, that little bit of cutting. Because like I said, this windshield wasn't meant for this bike. So, you know, if you have to make small modifications like that, it's understandable. Now it'd been completely different. You know, if I had to cut off a huge section of it, then I would have to say, Del, that windshield doesn't work and we're going to have to figure out something else. But because I just removed just a small, I think, what, maybe a quarter of an inch, maybe half an inch, at probably a quarter inch on this side and then a half an inch on the other side. You know, so if that's all I have to do, that's fine. I can live with that. I even talked it over with Del, and he was like, yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, so let's get these bolts in. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'll put these two on, I'll tighten them up, I'll put the other two on. Do you really want to watch me do it? If so, keep watching, because I'll show you how to do it. So these are a 13mm bolt. I'm not going to go super tight with them right now, because I need to still fit on the other side, and I might need a little bit of play. So I'm just getting them snug right now. Alright, that's good for now. I like it. I got everything all tightened up. This windshield is not moving, okay? So yeah, I'm very happy with this. It turned out really well. I'm actually really impressed with the U-bolt idea. I think I'm pretty smart for thinking that one up. But yeah, I mean, those things are on there. They're on there tight. They're not going to give way and let the windshield fly off. I am thinking I might go out and get another set of nuts to put on the ends to act as a locking nut, you know, so that way they don't start spinning off. But yeah, other than that, everything is awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. It works for me. The windshield I put a little lower than what I would want for it. Normally for me, I would need it to where I'm looking at it like this. But that's about how Del looks. So yeah, he's a little bit shorter than me, so I wanted to get it lowered. If I wanted it higher, you know, the brackets down here, they have like 3 slots to use, and I'm using the upper 2. That way it drops the windshield down. So yeah, I'm liking this. I like it a lot. I think it turned out great. I think he's going to be happy with it. Alright guys, this is Mark saying thanks again for watching. I will see you on the road. And it might just be on this bike every once in a while. Don't tell Del, and I won't. Oh wait, he watches my channel. I just told him. Never mind. See you guys.